welcome to Module 6 in this course, which is going to be all about monetization. Now, you've learned to build all the automations and you've learned how to use AI, but now you want to know more than using AI and automations to help you save time, you now want to learn the skills to be able to monetize them. So, how do you actually do that, right? And that's what I want to talk to you more in a post one-on-one kind of setting, like as though you were sitting across from the table here with me. Because one thing I've noticed, having invested a lot in coaching programs, courses about learning how to sell, learning how to price, learning about what to sell, who to sell to, and basically so much about sales and marketing, I want to save you a lot of time and money from a lot of the mistakes I made. So, in this module, I'm going to walk you through that. I'm going to show you what has worked for me based on having sold and well over 100 sales calls, having sold at least 100 clients, what is currently working in the space of AI, how am I getting clients for my current business, and then we will discuss about how do you take this, like everything that we're going to cover in this module, and apply it specifically to you. Hello, and welcome to Module 6 Monetization. So, in this module, we're going to talk about how do you take the skills that you've already learned, right, from AI and automations, and now turn them into actually monetizable skills. One of the biggest problems I have with the traditional educational institutions that most courses, most degrees, most universities teach you the skills you need, but they never teach you about the business skills you need to go out there and get clients of your own. And that is what determines your earning capacity, right? Like, to give you an example, I work as a software engineer. I've seen time and time again over numerous jobs that I've worked in that even though I may have had bosses that were not at all technical, sometimes they were, but more often than not, they were not technical. They did not understand software, they did not understand coding. And even though we, as the developers, were building the core product, our managers who were not technical were earning salaries 2, 5, or even 10 times what I was. And that always confused me, right? Like, how is it that they, with no quote unquote technical skills, can earn more than I do? And so, in this module, we're going to reframe why does that actually happen? And what is the importance of learning how to sell and monetize? And this is not sell like being sleazy, like some car salesman, but this is how to sell without being salesy, how to sell very naturally, and why you should sell, why selling is serving, and so many other reframes that I've learned along the way, having done over like 200 sales calls, like having sold more than 100 clients. And basically, everything that I talk to you about here is not telling you from some high pedestal that I'm some master salesman. I'm really not. But I tell you more to inspire you that if I can do it, who's an introvert, who's like the software guy, who's actually someone who sits more behind the scenes than gets in front of customers all the time. Like, I'm not like from some sales background or anything, but I'll give you tactics and tips as to what I've seen work over the years, having done this numerous times, and how you can apply it to you. And so, no matter where you're starting out, even if you've never sold anything before, or you've sold some things before, maybe you started a side hustle in the past, maybe you sold something on the internet, irrespective, these are like what I refer to as timeless principles that I don't think are ever going to change. And they are mental frameworks to help you navigate where you're currently at to where you'd like to be, right? Because I think the biggest gap between where most of us are, feel kind of stuck, and have like this bigger dream, bigger desire, bigger ambition of having more time to ourselves or making more money. In the first part of this course, we covered the skills required to buy back your time, right? And so now we're going to start talking about the second aspect of this, like how do you use these skills to make more money? Because effectively, if you can have enough time on your hands to do the things that you want, and you have enough money to spend it on the things that you want, on the people that you want, and the experiences that you want, then effectively you would have a much happier quality of life. So, without further ado, let's jump right in.